Rahubal Yasar. Anuki Nasat Huntwy Sanan Atum Rayay. Mudras un Mulmad Shalil. Panabab Mulmad. Panabab Ya Nun. Lanin Rachucha. Dr. Malachi Kobina Zodak York. I'd like to acknowledge the innocence of our master teacher, Dr. Malachi Kobina Zodak York. This is first and foremost for Nuwapians, that we acknowledge that based on the facts of the case, based on the facts, period, that our master teacher is innocent of the false accusations that have been presented against him. This week, we have a pleasure of having another reading. This reading is entitled The Tree of Life. Once again, I come before you with pen in hand, akal, mind, focused on actual facts. For these are the days of end times, not for all, only for the species whose time has come. Natural nature has her own rules, not laws, and her rules dictate how long a creature or plant is to exist in life's cycle called time. 2. When a Sadaf species or plant's time comes, as in human genome, or GE equals ki, earth, nome equals a place, genome, chromosomes. So to know how long is to know the cycles of the regrowth of cells by way of one's telomeres, which are the tips of the chromosomes of the repetitive DNA, sequences which protect the chromosomes from deterioration. 3. The Elohim who made the Adamite man shorten their telomeres length and reduce the telomerase cycle to only 6,000 years based on their etheric being of only 6 etheric being, weakening their enzyme which is responsible for telomere length and maintenance. 4. So their Salal race was set to have a premature death, as well as many health risks, diseases, virus, and psychological stress, which makes them adrenaline junkies, defected hormones, or out of harmony with the rhythm. So they can't dance or sing, just spastic movements, yelling and screaming. 5. So from their making, it was pre-programmed in their chromosomes, their Salal species would fade away after 6,000 years, from 4000 BC to 2000 AD, and they are now trying all kinds of ways to prolong their lifespan by again mixing with stronger Yachas genes. And again, they have chosen the Roman gene, or Latin, now called Latino, Spanish. As you see, they are mixing them in all around you in music, in cinema, in TV. You see them on news up front. 6. This is all part of the Caucasoids' attempt to extend telomeres and prolong their Salal race. 7. They did this before, when they left Europe's northeast and invaded Rome, then Spain and Portugal, mixed in, then sailed south to South America, mixed in with the Mayan and with the Caribbeans. This gave them an extension of time. 8. They, as a Salal race with regressive Yakhas genes, must do this every 400 years, or they fade away. That is this time. They tried the East Indians, came up with Indo-Europeans, and were rejected, this time by Mohandas Gandhi. In the 1990s, they killed him. He rejected them in the year 1914 AD. 9. The Asians always also rejected them and closed off China to them. They dared not try Afaf Rayay Ka'au. Africans or Yakhas genes proved after the 1600 slave trade to be much stronger. 10. You see, from the 1600s, you add 400 years, you come to the year 2000 AD. The slave trader now sees in the West that once a child is born of mixed parents, he or she is called by Arabs who found out the same thing, mulattoes. Spanish, Portuguese from mulad, Arabic birth. 11. Our Yakhas genes are much too strong. The child comes out soul. That is why mixed children are never classed as white. They are called others or mulattoes. Look at most of the leaders of Negroids in the West. Always light-skinned radicals. 12. So now, here again, they seek to remix with the Latino seed as they did before to make so many mixed Latinos who you can find with yellow thin fur, blue, gray, green pupils in their eyes. So they now are in that seed. They also see that once they give them a uniform or job with a title or position, they will act like them. Or for them, even abuse their own Spanish-speaking family. And amongst the darker Spanish-speaking people, they are abused by lighter. They call them Negros, blacks, or morenos, darkies. 13. So it's that time once again for the seed of Kaanu, Canaanites, to mix in with another people, live in them as a host for 400 years. As you see on TV, all kinds of advertisement for body repair, skin, hair, bones, all kinds, all day. If you suffer from this or that, take this. Too much fur on your body, take and use this. Skin on feet transforming back to paws, nails too long, teeth too sharp, eyes too light, hump in your back, sun growing breasts, gender confused, attracted too much to dogs, pigs, apes. Well, it's all in your Yakhas genes. The need to eat more flesh, meat, blood meat. It's in your yachas genes. Want to start a new war? To fight and kill others? Race cars, skate on ice with sticks to fight each other. Box, wrestle, ride horses or bulls. How about jumping out of planes or bungee jumping, swimming with sharks? Well, this is self-destructiveness. This self-destructiveness is programmed in your yachas genes. Modamu Adamites are now and now that they rape others, it's in their yachas genes. 15. So now they must mix, or like the werewolf or vampire, transform back to wahash, beast, right before your eyes. Look at him. 16. Now look on TV. You will see this is true, of course. Nowadays, you have had much mixing, yet most who are pure will have their genetic ear shape, which is of a fetus. Now look at the original European ears, used to hide behind fur. 17. Now, look, you will see, and so much more about them. They are transforming back right before your Ayantwi eyes. Speaking of Ayantwi, few are blue and green. More are pearl, silver to gray, like the canine husky. Have you ever noticed why they made the high heel shoe? 18. You know, I can go on. 6 out of 10 born with a coccyx cut at birth. Doctors know what to look for. Some born don't need the bahar, navel, cut. It is already separated. Ezekiel chapter 16 verse 4, Proverbs chapter 3 verse 7 through 9. Ezekiel chapter 16 verse 4. And as for thy nativity, in the day thou wast born, thy navel was not cut, neither wast thou washed in water to supple thee. Thou was not salted at all, nor swallowed at all. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 7 through 9. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. Honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase. Note 19. Note navel and marrow of thy bone. I can see your face as you read and think to yourself, wow, this is so true. I know. It's all about their tree of life. Genesis chapter 5 verse 1, Genesis chapter 6 verse 9, and Luke chapter 3 verse 23 through 38. Genesis 5:1. This is the book of generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Genesis 6:9. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. Luke chapter 3 verse 23 through 38. And Jesus himself began to be about 30 years of age, being, as was supposed, the son of Joseph, which was the son of Heli, which was the son of Mathat, which was the son of Levi, which was the son of Melchi, which was the son of Janna, which was the son of Joseph, which was the son of Mattathias, which was the son of Amos, which was the son of Naum, which was the son of Elsli, which was the son of Naggi, which was the son of Ma'ath, which was the son of Mattathias, which was the son of Samei, which was the son of Joseph, which was the son of Judah, which was the son of Joanna, which was the son of Ressa, which was the son of Zorobabel, which was the son of Salathiel, which was the son of Neri, which was the son of Melchi, which was the son of Adi, which was the son of Coxen, which was the son of Elmodam, which was the son of Ir, which was the son of Jose, which was the son of Eliezer, which was the son of Jorim, which was the son of Mathat, which was the son of Levi, which was the son of Simon, which was the son of Judah, which was the son of Joseph, which was the son of Jonan, which was the son of Eliakim, which was the son of Meliah, which was the son of Minan, which was the son of Mattatha, which was the son of Nathan, which was the son of David, which was the son of Jesse, which was the son of Obed, which was the son of Boaz, which was the son of Salmon, which was the son of Naasson, which was the son of Amiadad, which was the son of Aram, which was the son of Esrom, which was the son of Phares, which was the son of Judah, which was the son of Jacob, which was the son of Isaac, which was the son of Abraham, which was the son of Terah, which was the son of Nekar, which was the son of Saruk, which was the son of Ragau, which was the son of Phalek, which was the son of Hebir, which was the son of Salah, which was the son of Canaan, which was the son of Arphazad, which was the son of Shem, which was the son of Noah, which was the son of Lamech, which was the son of Methuselah, which was the son of Enoch, which was the son of Jared, which was the son of Malaliel, which was the son of Canaan, which was the son of Enosh, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of God. 20. That is their Natat seed, their Salau, not our own, their tree of life, being the Yahasi genetics of their Eve's mitochondrial DNA for 6,000 years to now, which is found in her backbone and rib cage from the genome was uncovered. Rib cage, which from the genome was uncovered. 21. Even our Salau race in Afaf Rayay Ka'ah, Africa, the oldest humanoids found in South Africa up the Nile to Kenya, Ethiopia, Sudan, the oldest to date. So the tree of life is the backbone, spinal column, connected to the rib bones. 22. The Habar Hebrew religion of Mosesism calls it the menorah. 23. The six strands of their menorah is the 6,000 year time, and the seventh is the end of their time, from 2,000 to 3,000 millennium, 1,000 years. Revelation chapter 20 verse 2 and Revelations 18 verse 2. Encaged from the year 2000 AD. Revelations 22. And he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. Revelations 18:2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. 24. He is engaged as a spirit, ghost, bound to earth, no place found for them, in Patat. Revelation chapter 12 verse 8 through 2. Revelation chapter 12 verse 8 through 12. Lost spirits, specters, all in their Yahas genes. Revelation 12, verse 8 through 12. And prevailed not, neither was the place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast, and that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is the time, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcome him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. They loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. 25. Also those of Jesusism and Mohammedism all fall under this. Once they die, their spirit or ghost is trapped, encaged for 1,000 years, haunting the West. Yet most Kasasu Christians and Muslims don't know what the tree of life in the enclosed garden of pleasure and delight really meant. It was Adapa, Adam, and Titi, Eve, were rejoined together in Becca, Mecca, of Arabia, Gan, Eden. They were allowed by Enki, Yahweh, and Ningish Zidda, Nachash, the serpent man, to have sex. That was forbidden by Enlil, Baal, and Nanar, Satan, because once they started to reproduce after their own kind, Genesis 5 verse 3, birthed a son, Satu, Seth, and begat a son in his own likeness after his own image. 26. This was a humanoid, not in the image and likeness of the Elohim, Anaku, Anunnaki, the Elohim, Kamau, Pleiades. Genesis chapter 1 verse 26 through 27. Genesis 5:3. And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness after his image, and called his name Seth. Genesis 1 verse 26 through 27. And God said, let us make man in our own image, after our own likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. 27. Now the Adamites, have their own generations. Genesis chapter 5 verse 1. From Adamite to Sethites, and by Enlil's laws that was not Wawed, good. Genesis 5:1. This is the book of generations of Adam. In the day that God created man in the likeness of God, he him. 28. Canaan, was with the father Nanar, Sin, Chatah, in the land of Nod. Genesis chapter 4 verse 7. Genesis 4 verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin, Chatah, lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. 29. The word sin is translated in Akkadian. Sin, the name of Nanar, bright one, Narar, fire, deity, God of Nawar, light, Chatah, one who asked for the offering, sacrifice. Hebrew Strong, number 2403. Chatah, sin, sinful, punishment for sin. He was the father of Canaan. came by Eve. Genesis chapter 4 verse 1. Genesis 4:1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. Note, I have begot, received a male from man, from the Hebrew Strong's number 3068. Jehovah, Yahweh, living one who exists, alive. 31. So Yahweh, Jehovah, Lord, was Nanar, God of light and fire. Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12. Revelation chapter 22 verse 16. Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 14 through 17. The Allah of, or God of light, the light of the Patatut, heavens. Lil, heaven. Ki, earth. This was Enlil's own son by Ninlil. 32. He fathered Cain, Canaan, jealous one, by Eve, Hawa, mother of all living. So Nanar is their son of God. Enlil sent down from Lil, Patat, heaven, son of man or mortal, Bar Enos, son of Enoch, forgetful one, now being taught as a Jesus, son of El, God, son of Enos, a man, of a blessed mother Mary, and physical father of the line of Enos. You see Enos, Luke chapter 3 verse 23, you see son of Joseph. So you have clear son of El. Jesus' own words in Matthew chapter 27 verse 46. And Jesus told them where El is. Matthew chapter 6 verse 9. Matthew chapter 27 verse 46. And about the 9th hour Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. This is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Matthew chapter 6:9. After this manner, therefore ye pray, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Up in Patat, heaven. And he said, his spirit is from above. John chapter 8 verse 23. And he said unto them, Ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of this world, I am not of this world. And sent it back up. John chapter 19 verse 30, Matthew chapter 27 verse 50, Luke chapter 23 verse 46. So the part of him being an Emmanuel, Matthew chapter 1 verse 23, or son of El, God, and next son of man, or of the seed of Joseph of Enos, clear. 33. So again, it's all about the tree of life, Yachas, genes. Theirs or ours. Still Yachas, genes. Way back understanding Chabad Hebrew names taken from Chaldean of Akkadian and Sumerian. The story starts with the white Salal race, with Adapa, Adam, being moved from Sudan, or Hebrew Strong's number 7704, Soda, outer field, Afaf Rey Ka'au, Africa, outside of Arabia, Genesis chapter 2 verse 8, as you see Genesis chapter 2 verse 10 through 15. 34. So his name changed to Catman, eastward, from Zakar, Genesis chapter 1 verse 27, Hebrew Strong's number 21 verse 45. He who remembers his making and birth story, his story. 35. So Adapa, the most learnt man, to Zakar, to Cadman, to Adamu, as they moved him. And once he reunited with Titi or Nikeba, to Hawa, to Eve, once they had sex, this meant she, or the seed of the woman, Genesis chapter 3 verse 15, now was the family tree, the tree of life, on their own. 36. Once Enlil found out in Genesis chapter 3 verse 8, and then his son Nanar and the Ikiki cherubim saw him dressed like them, Genesis chapter 3 verse 22, they knew he had his own will, choice, as well as he knew the other tree of those of the Dingir, Seraphim. He knew Wawed, good, and Dawev, evil beings. 37. So the tree is Hebrew Strong, number 6086, tree, etz, wood, timber, the backbone. 38. I know, I repeat myself, it comes with age. By the time they give it to me and I transcribe on paper, I forget where I was. So to make sure, I repeat myself. I want you to really get this. You see, only truth, facts, confirmations can allow you to free yourself. Just as the tree of knowledge of Wawed, good, and Dawev, evil, you must know this devil and its lies, called blind faith, religions of Abraham. That's the reading for today. Are there any questions?
What is what's the purpose of the Huntwy?
The purpose of the Huntwy? It is a symbol that represents double resurrection. In ancient Egyptian culture, you see deities who carry the Ankh, right? And they interpret it as the key of life. The Huntwy, which is from the word, or Anach Twi, is from the word Anach, which means life, Twi, which means dual or double. So it represents life after life. When you dealing with the resurrection of our people, starting with the year 1970, where the master teacher first began to really bring in a certain level of consciousness for our people. And then starting after 2000, which was the end of the devil's rule, which began what is known as the hereafter, meaning here on the planet after the rule of the devil, began another resurrection where the master teacher began to give us really what he came to give, which is the information that he tried to give us in the 60s. Because we weren't receptive to that information, he had to submerge us in the religions of Abraham, which is that Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. So that Huntwy, which is actually a symbol that does exist in ancient Egypt, just in a different way. You may see an Ankh with it looks like one Ankh inside of another. What the master teacher explains is that you just take one of those stems, pull it down, and you have your Huntwy. Or you may see an Ankh where the within the what they call the arms of the Ankh, you see a extension near the center, which again is that second part of the Huntwy brought down. But that's what it represents. Any other questions?
Rahubat, you sir.
Rahubat.
The point where the mixing of the genes and the mulatto, I want to make sure, do they have a soul? Did he say not have a soul or have a soul?
He says that they are born with the soul. He says again, 11. Arya Khas genes are much too strong. The child comes out, no matter how light hue skin, yet with a black akal mind, born with a ba soul. That is why mixed children are never classed as white. They are called others or mulattoes. Look at most of the leaders of the Nagaru, Negroids in the West, always light-skinned radicals. Are there any other questions?
So like a purebred Asian person who's like 8 ether, if I'm correct. So like in order to have a soul, you have to be 9 ethers of the sun.
Well, the Asian is actually, he explained 3 ether beings in terms of physical characteristics. But as far as them having the soul, no, I haven't heard it explained that way. All right. Any other questions?
Rahubat.
Rahubat.
Concerning the tree of life, where you said it was found in the backbone and the ribs.
Right.
It seems to me that is the genes. That's
Exactly.
the tree of life.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Right, because it links to that spinal column and the rib cage, because it links into the marrow of the bone from where that pure blood is created. You follow? And again, that your genetics within those cells, within the blood, not only links you to the physical genes, but the spirit is in the blood as well, right? So that is definitely a link between that tree of life and your genes, as he explained in the reading. And going further with the young brother's question, when you're dealing with soul in itself, what the master teacher explained is they try to trick you with the spelling. Remember that English is a spell. So they have the word S-O-U-L for soul. But they also have a word S-O-L for soul, which is what? It's the sun. There is a link between you as an individual and the sun. If you haven't got an opportunity to get it, that Supreme Being Melanite Race is a great book, which actually ties into us as melanated beings and our connection with that sun, and how we are beings of the sun, or people of the sun, as the master teacher explained years ago. Any other questions?
What's the tree of life?
Well, as the master teacher explained, you have symbolically in the story of the creation of what Adam and Eve, where they were, you had in this garden where they were placed, you have the tree of what they call knowledge of good and evil, and you have the tree of life, which was supposedly to give you everlasting life, according to their story, Genesis chapter 2. So what the master teacher is explaining in this reading is that tree of life really ties into your genetics or your genes and linking you to your ancestry. What he explained is that that tree of life, or that starting of the tree of life, was when Adam basically came together with Eve, and based on her mitochondrial DNA created the Adamite race tree of life from that point.
I'm sure this question has been answered before, but you just pointed out the tree of life connecting to the Adamites. Okay, so where is ours connected? At what point of time? Or is it a place?
Well, see, that's the thing about us. As the master teacher explained in many instances, really, we as the descendants of the Nagato, we don't have a birth record, so to speak. Our lineage goes on and beyond the stars. There is because what they even refer to us in terms of our creation, what they admit is that we are prehistoric. right? That means that before a logging of what they call history, we existed. So our birth record, so to speak, does not exist in that way. We are descendants of those original Afaf Rayay Ka'u, or Africans, who we have existed millions of years in that continent. And even modern day sciences, if you go and look it up, they have discovered, based on their science, that the original or the real human being is the African, and all other races descended from the African. They don't explain how, but they do know, based on their findings, that all races, when they did what is called the Human Genome Project, where they basically took genetic samples from different races of people all around the planet to create a gene matching system, and compared each of those genes to one another, they discovered that outside of Africa, many of them have a mixture of what is called the Neanderthal, which is not present within the African. They have concluded that because of that, the original human being is the African. And as explained, that we evolve with the planet, meaning that we were the first beings to evolve out of the waters onto the land. This is, taught in our ancient sciences. We are, as the master teacher referred to us, as people of the sun, or the first physical progeny of the sun, because our planet comes from the sun, and we evolve with the planet out of the waters onto the land. To answer your question.
So in other words, we connect to those beings who came out of the waters.
Say that one more time.
We connect with those beings who came out of the waters.
Yes. See, what you have to realize, that primarily we still have that aquatic connection. You spend the first 9 months of your existence in an aquatic environment. You have to submerge yourself in water, or else your scales, called ash, will begin to show. You follow? You have to, if you really, as the master teacher explained, if you really look at your skin and you look closely at the blocks within your skin, you see that it really closely resembles that of a reptilian. Modern day science refers to our brain as the reptilian brain. There is a connection with us and the beings of the water, because it still exists. That is a process from which we come from. Those primordial waters, or that chaos, is really explaining the birth process from which the sperm goes into the egg. This chaos, because the woman's body is designed to attack that sperm because it views it as a foreign entity. That is the chaotic waters from which you, as the one sole survivor of that event, you follow? You survive that event, and to create yourself out of the seemingly insurmountable odds, you exist. You follow? So that connection with the waters is still there. We are, your body is primarily 3/4 water. You have to constantly replenish that. As the master teacher suggested, you should drink at least half your body weight in ounces in water daily, just to sustain that. You follow what I'm saying? So that connection of water is still there. We're primarily, our atmosphere is what they measure, what they call humidity, is what? The amount of water in the atmosphere. Correct? You see that the water in itself, as he explained, is constantly going through a process that water within you. The funny part is, I seen a post online about how they were explaining, the religious world was explaining how we couldn't have been here millions of years because of the amount of water on the planet and the amount of people who would have drunk that water. Basically, there would be no more water, according to them, which makes absolutely no sense because the water you drink doesn't disappear. You actually eliminate it. It becomes urine. It goes out as sweat. You follow? The water is in a constant process of condensation, precipitation, and evaporation. It constantly does that. It constantly transforms those states of existence constantly. So the water that is here now basically has always been here, going through that process. You follow? So there is a connection between you and water because we are, again, life on this planet evolved from the waters. Life started from those waters. You look at in the different theories of what they call evolution, when they teach that we evolved from single-cell organisms, those single-cell organisms existed in an aquatic environment. Well, there's a connection between us and water, yes. And the ancient Egyptians connected us with what they referred to as the Khamanu, or the Ogdoads. So, yes, there's a connection between us and water, and the beings from water. Any other questions?
So you said like we evolved from like those early creatures. So does our lineage connect back to the ancient homins? Or
To the ancient
homins?
Olmecs.
No, homins. Like I can't remember. Hominids. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, hominids.
Oh, ancient hominids. What the master teacher explained is that you had what is called your Australopithecus, right? And that's just a fancy word which means what? Anybody? It means southern apes. That's what they call them. Again, that is a word that they created to describe that evolutionary process. As the master teacher explained, we are descendants of the original beings who evolved out of the waters onto the land. He referred to them as the Patahites, also known as the Bushmen, those beings in South Africa. Again, Australopithecus, southern ape as they call them, that life started, or the evolutionary process was in that South Africa, from which our descendants, those original pygmies, those original Patahites were, who they call hominids or whatever. So yes, there's a connection between that. Any other questions? So stay tuned every week. We're doing our best to actually, for those who are interested in the language, we're doing our best to actually get more Nuwapic classes going. Who's interested in that? Anybody? Sure? This is definitely important for us to get our language. That is a very important key to unlocking our true identity, because those tones, those sounds resonate with your genetics. It's important for us to get that. The master teacher put it so simply that really the major key in breaking the spell is our language, or learning our language. So we have to actually begin to speak it. And when I say begin to speak it, that does not mean just coming to class with your notebook and writing words down that you're never going to use. How many people studied in the past 20 years? How many people have studied Nuwapic and have notebooks full of Nuwapic words? What are those words doing for you in your notebook? You're doing nothing. Your notebook probably speaks Nuwapic better than you do. But again, the point is that we had to begin speaking a language. And it's simply put, if we look at Nuwapic, the way you learned English, you didn't know how to write, you could barely hold a pen, let alone write, when you learn English. Correct? So we have to become a child again. In order for us to learn this language, you just have to speak it. Simply put, you learn a language by speaking it, not by writing it down. So understood? All right. I'd like to thank, I'm going to get off my soapbox now, okay? I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to this week's new Outformation class. Again, it's every week here, Paparar. Thank you for coming out. Wado.